Hello class, a very pleasant morning to all of you. Today, I Richa Parekh am here to further continue with the subject of English for the students of class 7th. My dear students, up till now we have completed unit number 5. Today we are going to start with unit number 6, that is exploring patriotism. So my dear students, first of all, what is exploring? Exploring means to find something or explore a term in detail. To verify the detail of any particular thing is considered as exploring. And what is patriotism? You might have studied this word since your childhood. So let's study what is patriotism. Patriotism is one's feeling or love for their homeland, that means for their own country. So here is activity number 1. You can find a tree in which various faces are visible. So let's see the activity. How many faces do you see in this picture? So we can count down the faces starting from the above. We can find almost 10 faces in this picture. The very next one is, can you identify them? Here are the faces of various freedom fighters, the people who fought for our nation in order to give us freedom. So we need to identify those faces and write them. So here we can find that there are the faces of Mahatma Gandhi, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Subhash Chandra Bose, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Bhagat Singh, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishna, Rajiv Gandhi and Indira Gandhi. So you need to write this in your Fed book. I'll share a PDF in which these two question answers and the meanings of activity 2 will be given. So here is activity number 2, the making of Mahatma. How did Mahatma Gandhi started his journey and associated his life for the freedom of our nation? How did he became Mahatma? Let's see activity number 2. Gandhiji became associated with the social life of Indians in South Africa since his arrival there in 1893. Gandhiji got connected with the social life of Indians in South Africa since he came there in 1893. Can anyone act against one's own nature or escape being a plaything in the hands of fate? That means here it is like, can anyone leave one's own nature and escape from some bad thing or that is going to happen or will have happened in their life? Gandhiji had gone to Africa with the professional motives. Gandhiji went there in order to find the job, and his main motive was to get something professional from there and stay connected with his job for the reason of doing something. But as must have been the design of destiny, his 21 years stay in South Africa became the preparatory period that equipped him with the perseverance and the moral strength to emancipate society from the forces of untruth and violence with the spiritual antidote of truth and non-violence. Here, Gandhiji, when he went to South Africa, as it was designed by the destiny, that means something which was already planned, and that is going to happen, and you cannot change it or avoid it. He went there and became the preparatory, that means done in order to prepare something. He started preparing himself for the perseverance and was equipped period that equipped him with the perseverance and the moral strength. That means he was already prepared for something. He was equipped, that means prepared with the necessary things for the perseverance, the quality of continuing to try to achieve a particular aim, and the moral strength to emancipate, that means to free somebody from the restrictions of the society, from the forces of untruth, which was very untruth, and violence, that means hinsa, with the spiritual antidote of truth. So here he tried, antidote means a substance that controls the effect of the poison or diseases. So he started preparing himself. It was a life of pure dedication for not once in 21 years he did ever project himself as the one who was another fame or anyone asserting himself as the author of the events. So, here in the years in the life which he spent for almost 21 years in South Africa, it was never that he projected himself. That means he was trying to frame himself, he was thinking about only himself, and or one as asserting himself as the author of the events. That means his dedication, his commitment to his work was stating clearly and firmly that something is true. He is working for the honesty, for the truth, and for non-violence. So here we are at the end of this video. In the very next class, we will be solving the very next part of this activity, that is unwelcome visitor, that is an extract from the Experiments of Truth, a book written by Mahatma Gandhi. So till then, stay tuned with the lecture and the PDF which I am sharing. Do write it in your Fedbook. Thank you and have a nice day.